Good evening, YouTube. Mark here with this year's last cigar and whiskey pairing. Now, the whiskey that I've chosen is this Partagas. Unfortunately, its light's rather bright, so I can't see much of that, but I was having a good look at it. It's a lovely aroma. Doesn't smell too harsh shitty, so it's quite mild. So I'm expecting this to be a mild cigar, but hopefully I'll get proven wrong. And tonight's whiskey of choice, if the thumbnails worked, you'll already know, but I'm going to go with this Jura Pale Ale Cask Whiskey. Now, I've got a rum cask as well, and I wasn't quite sure which one to actually go with, but I thought, well, after trying the Highland Park in the sherry cask, I was a bit disappointed in that, so I thought, well, I'll not go with the rum one, I'll give this pale ale one a try, and fingers crossed it won't be too bad. Now, it says it is vibrant and fruity with layers of citrus, soft vanilla, spice and tropical hop notes. So let's see. Love that sound. Ooh. Oh, that's interesting. That is interesting. Well, that years ago when I was only small, my mother used to work as a cleaner in a couple of the pubs in the town, and when I was off school, then I used to get sort of dragged along for a couple of hours and sort of stuffed in a corner and made to wait while my mum did her chores. And walking into that pub from obviously the night before, that's what that smell reminds us of. You know, you've got that overhang of spirits, cigarettes and sort of lager and beer sort of floating around the room. Oh, that's what I got there. Nice colour there. I hope I don't like this one because I've not seen it back in the shops anymore. It was a one that sort of cropped up around, I think it was sort of around Father's Day time. They always bring out these weird and wonderful whiskies and rums that you don't normally see about, so I've not seen it in the shop no more. Oh, that does smell nice. It's not too burning on the nose. You know, sometimes when you smell whiskey, you sort of, whoa, your eyes water. It's not too bad, actually. Strangely enough, I am getting vanilla. Well, I'm going to take a sip of this before I start with the cigar. So, cheers everybody, and thank you so much for watching my videos and commenting and subscribing, etc., and basically giving us a reason to continue. So hopefully, goodbye 2023. Here is to 2024. Cheers. This is really sweet. Definitely picking up on that vanilla. I don't know why the camera keeps flashing like that. Never used to do it before. I think I might have to invest in a decent camera. I think I'm still using my old phone, so it might be on its way out. I've noticed on a few videos it's starting to flash, but might have to do something about that. It's got a very fiery aftertaste. You certainly feel it going down. It's quite nice actually. Right. Cigar. Like I say, it's very light on the nose, aroma wise. Very grassy. Very, very grassy. Good size. I couldn't actually read what the size was, so I'm assuming it's at least a 50 ring gauge. It's got a good feel to it. It's quite, doesn't feel like there's any sort of voids in the filler. Quite tightly packed. Bit of resistance on the draw there. But I am getting a draw. I'm lighting with a match for a change. Yeah, this is very mild. Nice popcorn aftertaste. Not had that for a while. So again, that's telling me that this is definitely on the mild side. But that doesn't say that when I get halfway down think it's going to change. It's going to kick me ass. I've had a shock like that recently, where it started off pretty bland, and I thought there's nothing really special about this cigar, and then when you get halfway down, it's like, woof, there it is. So don't let it fool you. It's caught me out. The rain's starting here again. I just feel like we've had non-stop rain recently. So, I hope everybody had a nice Christmas. This week's certainly flown over, holiday-wise. I got some new cigars this week. I got some Coram Maduro Churchill. One called Casa Nicaragua. And then I've got another one called Casa Torrent Claro. That's just a little coffee break cigar, that one. I thought I would give them a try, because again, I'm trying not to come out and sort of after work smoke sort of thing, where I'm not smoking a big boy like this and burning my way through them. I'm trying to change my habits regarding sort of premium sized cigars, as opposed to just little cafe creme type things, just to scratch the itch. Because I'm usually finding that I'm leaving a good quart of the cigar, and I'm tending to finishing it off the next night. Either if I can finish it off as a cigar, or it's getting stuffed into a pipe. So I'm trying to calm down on that one a little bit. Very pleasant on the retrohale. I've literally done a full mouth retrohale there, so that tends to show you how mild it actually is. Oh, I'm loving that popcorn aftertaste. That's a weird whiskey. Get some strange tastes coming through. I think, to be fair, if I'd known how mild this cigar was going to be, I probably would have stepped up and had something with a bit more of a higher peat count in it. But I don't know. Cigar's sweet, whiskey's sweet. That's not a bad thing going on. And that's, like I say, cinema popcorn aftertaste. Nice. Good start. I had a very nice cigar after Christmas dinner. The Romeo and Juliet Eternal, I think it was called. Sort of like the black band. And I have to say, I don't get to smoke a cigar in the house very often. But it was about the same size as this, so I got a good, a good couple of hours out of it. Well, I stretched it out a good couple of hours. And I have to say, for a few days afterwards, the house smelled lovely. Well, lovely to me. I was getting the odd twist. But, oh. You know, I don't think anything beats walking into a home and you get that lovely cigar aroma. It's so much different to cigarettes. When you walk into someone's house, I think cigarettes always seem to have like a stale smell about them, but I don't know what it is about cigars. When you walk in, and pipes, you just get that wonderful aroma. So yes, it was nice for a couple of days, and I might try and see if I can get away with one on New Year's Day. I don't think I will, but I might sneak a little nub in, see if I can get away with it. I think it'll just be a quiet one this year. Probably got stuff in for a little buffet. Probably catch a film or something, and then put on usually Jules Holland, and then watch the fireworks displays at midnight. I never used to bother for quite a while. It's only really the last few years where I've actually bothered to stay up and actually watch the fireworks displays. Some of the displays now are fantastic, aren't they? The one they did last year with the drones in London just looked absolutely fantastic. Well, it's certainly behaving itself on the burn, so I'm going to pause. We'll see how it does further on. Well, I've been smoking this for a little while now, and it is such a slow burner that I'm going to roll the ash off this now. I did run away a little bit. I've had to touch it up slightly, but I'm blaming the fire for that, because the way I'm sat, that sort of area is where the air's rushing up from the blower, so I think it's sort of cooling this end down a little bit. I do try to rotate it so it's going to try to keep it a little bit even. It's a bit like a Yankee candle. If you've got one near where there's a draft blowing, the candle always seems to go down one side of the jar as opposed to the other. Because it keeps that area cooler. There we go. I'm not getting no nasty acidic aftertastes. The popcorn's gone. I'm starting to get a little bit of a peppery bite now, which is nice. So again, this is probably going to be one of those ones where I've mentioned before, where it starts off really mild so it gets you prepped, and as you start getting further through it, it starts getting that little bit more stronger and a bit more flavourful. The room note in here is amazing. It smells really nice. Certainly what I do enjoy. It's not overpowering like sometimes you can get with a Maduro or a stronger cigar. It's very nice. I was going to smoke this after Christmas dinner, and I'm actually glad I didn't now, because I feel that this is just a little bit too like mild as an after dinner smoke, but it's certainly a good one to just sit back and have a drink with, because it's really going well with that whiskey. And I think this would probably go really well with a sort of a Highland Park. Certainly a more peaty whiskey, but no, like I say, I think if I'd smoked this with just a plain bourbon or just a plain no nonsense whiskey, then I think it would have been a bit uneventful. But I think because I'm getting the nice sweet tastes coming through on the whiskey, and then like I say, when I started off that nice popcorn from the beginning of this, it really went together well. But yeah, I reckon sort of like a Cowell Eeler, certainly one of the Isle whiskies. You certainly need something just to add that little bit of a sort of peaty Latakia kick to it. Again, Mark, thanks a lot for sending me one of these to try. Very nice. Like I say, this probably would have been a good one for New Year's Eve, with sort of the finger food that we having, and obviously a few tipples. Probably would have been a nice one just to sit back, relax, and enjoy. Really, that's really is one of those types of cigars. And yes, I am enjoying it. Retrohale's very spicy now, whereas when I first started out I could do a full mouth retrohale. Now it's really fired up. I've got to do it in little spurts. It's very spicy now. Wonderful aftertaste. See, it's gone really well with this. Well, what's in store for 2024? Well, to be honest with you, I don't really know. I've still got a few unopened bottles of whiskey there, but I don't know if I'm going to continue doing a monthly cigar and whiskey pairing, mainly because I've got so many. I'm falling into the trap that I did with the pipe tobacco. I'm opening these whiskies and I'm really not drinking the full bottles. I'll probably just as well, really, because I've got quite a collection there. So I might sort of still do a cigar and whiskey pairing, but you might find that the whiskies I'm choosing are ones that I've already tried. And rather than just going in and doing a blind cigar and a blind whiskey, I might try and think, well, I'll go with that one, which I've already opened. So, or I might just do a cigar on its own. I don't know. We'll play it by ear. We'll see what happens. and see how we do. I certainly want to concentrate on my cigar collection. I've been lucky recently because recommendations to me and I've gotten them to try, I've really enjoyed them, so I've been lucky in that respect. So again, it's like with the pipe tobacco, do I just concentrate on the ones that I know I do enjoy, or do I take a risk and continue getting sort of ones that I've never smoked before? I think the problem is now it's trying to source another place where I can get actual individual cigars. I might have one in the pipeline, I need to look into it further. But at the moment I've just sort of been buying packs of 10 sort of thing, so I just want to be a little bit careful in case I get something that I tried and don't really enjoy it, and then I'm kind of stuck with the rest of them, and they'll either get sort of chopped up and put into a pipe tobacco or sent out to other people, which I don't really want to do, because obviously I know a lot of people who I talk to have similar tastes, and I think if I'm not going to enjoy it, then they certainly aren't. So yeah, it's a bit of a strange one, but hopefully in the new year the sample room at the Cuban Cigar Club will reopen, and I might actually be able to start going there and trying new things and dipping my toe back into what's available in the UK. We shall see. Right, I'm going to finish up there because we're 27 minutes in. I'm not going to pause again and smoke this any further, because I think I've just heard somebody going in the back door, so I might have a visitor. So I'm going to wrap this up there. As always, if you've tried one of these, or if you've tried the whiskey that I'm drinking, let us know your thoughts, and as always, stay safe, enjoy the bells, don't get too drunk. We do try, but yeah, just take care of yourselves, have fun, smoke something great, and I will see you next year. Bye for now.